Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video, doing JMA Friday for today's second video. So, as always on Friday, we have a detailed look at the weather for the month-end for Japanese CFS B2 models, and I should get over that for you in a moment. Just to say that first, video release shows our 6-10 UK weather forecast, and we've also got coming up a 10-14 day as well, by the way. So please check out all of today's videos and content. And thank you so much everyone for doing that. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, everybody. Right, let's start off with the week 1 500 millibar height anomaly from the Arctic North Pole view down from the JMA. This, of course, JMA. I don't want to talk about. This is the North Pole just here. Wider Arctic Circle around there. I've only been doing this since 2013. I can't be expected to overdrill, can I? And this is the latitude through here. So blue is extrapolating to below average height, which is low pressure, yellow, orange and red to above average height, which is high pressure. Got that bit right. These are broken down into weekly periods. The first week period will take us from the 5th through to the 12th of April. So the next week we'll see some higher pressure starting to build across many parts of Europe, but still with low pressure in the Atlantic to north and west. So overall, probably still a little bit unsettled, especially so for more northern and western regions, but somewhat drier towards the south. Week 2 will be the 12th through to the 19th of April, still with plenty of low pressure to the north, higher pressure is to the south, and again winds coming in from off the Atlantic in a westerly fashion, so driest in the south, again most unsettled up to the north. That would bring, probably quite spring-like weather, especially to the south anyway. But weeks 3 and 4 looking even more promising. This is the 19th of April to 2nd of May. Then we start to see some higher pressure building over and to the west of the country. And that could be a sign that things are properly starting to settle then. Might be a little bit on the cool side if we find ourselves on the cool side of a ridge. We might bring the wind in from the northwest. But again, it's a 2-week anomaly, so it could be transitional. I think we might be seeing a trend here towards much higher pressure through the last stages of April. Now, this is a tropical latitude view, so you can't see the Arctic, North Pole, Greenland, Scandinavia, all those areas off the chart up here. You can eye in top right-hand corner of the chart as you look at it. Reminder of the week 1, 500 millibar height. And now if we come over here, we see the big ridge across many parts of Europe. Come back here, low pressures in the Atlantic. And so the jet stream is doing something a little bit like that. So it is a significantly mild average week to come, above average temperatures in those yellow and orange colours. That's like 2 to 3 degrees above normal, really, especially so for southern areas. Still quite unsettled, particularly in the north, where it is significantly wetter than average. Even in the south, slightly above average rainfall. So still influence from low pressure there. And then week 2 will be the 12th through to the 19th of April. Again, we see higher pressure to the south and lower pressure is away to the northwest. Again, jet stream going in to western Europe, something like that. Again, above average temperatures, 1 to 2 degrees above normal in those yellow shaded colours. And still rather above average rainfall. Again, particularly so for the north. A little bit drier, I think, down in the south. But for the north, it is still quite unsettled. And then weeks 3 and 4, seeing this area of higher pressure building in from the Atlantic into western parts of Europe. Temperatures just a little bit above average now, so near normal to slightly above. And it's turning drier as well, so we start to see things drying out. Definite trend towards higher pressure there as we're going in towards the latter stages of April. Let's see how the CFS-B2 compares. Again, these are 500 millibar height anomalies, and they're broken down into weekly periods. The first week period takes us from the 5th to the 11th of April. The next week is unsettled to the west and northwest with low pressure there. Higher pressure is down to the southwest, and winds are coming in off the Atlantic a little bit. Like that. So most unsettled weather is to the north and the west. And then week 2 is the 12th to the 18th of April. Low pressure continues. Actually, that might be a more unsettled week, even down into the south, as the higher pressure is being flattened off a little bit. So that's still properly influenced by low pressure there. And low pressure into week 3 as well. It's the 19th, 25th of April. Oh dear. So taking a long while to settle down here. Will it ever settle down with the CFS? Yes, it it does, week 4 achieves it. It's the 26th of April to the 2nd of May, and we start getting some higher pressure then building over and to the east of the country. And that begins to bring up the wind from a southerly or a southeasterly direction. So eventually we get there with the CFS, but not until week 4. However, if that did come up, that would be a potentially dry and warm, or even very warm, end to April. Right, so temperature want to talk about for week 1, 15th of April. It's been a busy week this week. I don't know if I'm coming or going. Very above average for week 1. Week 2's cooler though. This is the track to the 18th of April with near normal temperatures then. So quite a big cool down from weeks 1 to week 2. And week 3, which is the 19th, 25th of April, actually goes cooler than average, somewhat unusually. Finally, week 4 starts to pick the temperature back up again. It's the 26th of April, 2nd of May. That's going significantly warmer then. And we start off very wet for week 1, 5th through to the 11th of April, substantially above average rainfall again. Week 2, 12th to the 18th of April, is also above average for rainfall. Week 3, we're losing a signal now. So 19th, 25th of April, probably still rather on wet side though. But look at this, week 4, 26th of April, 2nd of May, starting to go just that little bit drier as high pressure starts to get going. So it takes a long while to get there with the CFS. Longer with the CFS than with the JMA. But JMA, I think, achieving some higher pressure probably for week 3, but particularly for week 4. But the CFS doesn't really pull it off until week 4. However, the trend is towards drier weather later in April. Could this be setting up a much drier and also potentially warm May? We shall see. Right, I'm going to be back shortly. Your 10 to 14 there. That will include all other regular features. Come back for that in a little while. For JMA Friday for this week, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.